So really great news for women. Orgasms help balance your hormones. Like I was saying earlier, sometimes we only access this much and people don't really know how to slow down, they don't really know how to open the body, and they don't explore it holistically. So this is a game to help to keep it fun. People can get a little overwhelmed, like, oh, we're gonna try tantra, oh my goodness. So this makes it more fun. When the woman is really held, the way that like the woman wraps around the man and the man's holding the woman, it allows women to feel contained. And the feminine needs to feel safe in order to open. So this exercise is very magic for that. So when we're connecting, we're releasing oxytocin. When we're feeling really connected and secure, we release oxytocin, and it's a bonding hormone. And so if we're just having like hot and heavy sex, that's fun. We've got sex hormones and you've got dopamine happening, but those are not going to have the same long-lasting effect for well-being. And that's where people really feel, wow, I feel so replenished, I feel so connected. Like there's an actual scientific component to it too.
I mean, maybe for couples, whenever you're having a fight.
Yes! Oh my gosh, do that first.
Yes.
Oh my gosh,
Wow.
yes. If you do that first, then it changes everything, right? I'm gonna ground my energy. I'm gonna just really connect with the floor, where my feet are connecting to the earth. I'm gonna center in my breath, and I'm gonna tune into my intention to offer healing and love and nourishing touch to Sherry.
Hey guys, welcome back to Explore with Ash. Today we are back with the series of sexual intimacy and tantric coaching. This is the second video, and this video is all about couples. Yes, it has got everything from meditations to exercises to games. It's got everything. It's got a lot of insights into couples, into lifestyles, into relationships, into sexual intimacy in today's world. It's covered it all, but this is specifically focused on couples. So if you are a couple, if you know someone who's a couple, this video is going to be highly beneficial for you guys. You can totally feel free to try this out at your house. Maybe you're sitting on the couch, maybe you're on your bed. Even 5 to 10 minutes would do wonders for you guys. So please feel free to try them out. And yeah, just like every time, sit back, relax, and enjoy this video. So we have Eva with us today for the couples work. Hey Eva, welcome.
Thank you.
Are you feeling excited, nervous?
Yes, very excited and curious to see how it feels.
Awesome.
So okay to be nervous, and it's completely normal, and just about everybody who does it for the first time will be nervous. So just realize you're like an onion. You have many layers, and the first time you go through it, you might be in your head a little more. You might think, oh, this is kind of weird. Totally okay. But once you start doing it a bit more, it'll get a little easier and a little easier and a little easier.
Okay.
So that's really important to know in the beginning. Super important. So we're just going to start off doing a little bit of work with conscious connection to the sexual energy, because we didn't get there before. So we're going to do this with the two of you. So what you're going to do is you're going to isolate your PC muscle, and we're going to connect that with the breath, and we're just going to be squeezing the muscle. Okay, so your PC muscle is connected with your sex organs,
Right.
and it's a way that you can start to build a relationship with these lower chakras and the lower part of the body, where we're often disconnected because there's so much shame, and we're told, oh, these parts are bad, don't talk about sex, da 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 da. So people just unconsciously, they're not knowing they're doing this, but they're usually disconnecting from their body in that way. And being able to work with your sexual energy consciously can unlock so much healing, and it can enhance intimacy so much. So it's just a skill we start to learn. And just like, you know, like you do your weights and whatever, like you have muscles, right, that need attention. And so it's really good for your health, for your vitality, for your sexual wellness. So we're just going to practice that. It's the muscles that you would use if you're trying to stop yourself from going pee. It's one of the easiest ways that you can isolate it, okay? So just close your eyes and just start by just seeing if you can just squeeze those muscles. And whoever is watching this, you can try it too. Close your eyes and just see if you can isolate those muscles. Squeeze and let go. Squeeze and let go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get you to do one other little movement here now. See if you can come here to your pelvis, okay, down at your hips, and just tilt a little bit forward. So leading from the hips, you're going to tilt forward and then tilt back. Just the hips and the pelvis. This can really help you isolate those muscles as well. And just slowly back and forth. Tilt forward, tilt back. And so not much of your body should be moving if you're really just moving the pelvis. And then what I'll get you to do is just on the inhale, try to time that with going forward. And exhale back. And then see if you can imagine that your breath is going all the way down to this area. Mm-hmm. And so just imagine it's like your breath is just really nourishing this part of you, filling it with vitality. And now as you go forward and inhale, see if you can contract those muscles. Squeezing forward, releasing back. And now one other thing, on the next inhale, tilt forward, squeeze and hold. Hold, 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 release. And again, tilt forward, hold, 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 release. And if you want to deepen this, you can do it again and imagine that energy going up to your third eye. So tilt forward, squeeze and hold, and imagine this energy going all the way up to the center of the head. And relax, let it all go. Well, let's do one more. All right, give it a little shake. Let it all go. So that was a really, really short exercise. We just did that one really quick. How are you guys feeling?
Good.
That's a really, really good exercise. So you're really starting to tap into that really juicy energy and you're starting to move it through your body, and it can really help with sexual function and orgasm and even like regulating hormones. There's so many benefits. And the last thing I'll say about it is there's this saying, where attention goes, energy flows. So when we're directing our breath like that, we really are nourishing this part of ourselves. So if there is numbness, if there is pain, if there is trauma, all of these different issues that people have, it's such a simple exercise, but it does so much. So really great news for women. Orgasms help balance your hormones. So great news for that. So making more time for pleasure, but not just orgasms. So even breast massage, which is one of the practices we have in the app. And it's so good for stress release. You would not think that you can carry stress in your breasts, but you do. It's so connected with your hormonal system. So all of these things help. And yes, working with the PC muscles and activating all of this part of the body and starting to be able to really energize it and start to work with getting your juices flowing all helps. Also, there's really amazing herbs, and I'm going to be adding into the app a free program about how to support hormonal health for women, because this is such a big thing. And we have so much challenge with all of the stress, and being in a constant stress state really messes up our hormones and all of the pollution in the environment. So we have to give ourselves as much support as possible and learn how to switch our body back to pleasure. Right, in various and assorted different ways. That, like, it doesn't mean having sex all the time either, right? It can be like even as simple as having a meditation where we have a chocolate and we like really feel it on our tongues, and we really slow down and we really go into our pleasure in a conscious way and expand it through our body. It's amazing. It's all connected with the nervous system and it's all intertwined. So there's so much we can do. And I believe for women, like, we're so meant to heal through pleasure. Like, this is part of what we've been disconnected from. you know, but it's part of the magic of being in our feminine, and we have so much available to us once we start to access it. So that's super fun stuff. We're gonna start off here with eye gazing. So eyes are considered the window to the soul. You've probably heard that before, and they really are. Like, this exercise is, again, so simple, but so powerful. So what you're gonna be doing is you are gonna be looking into her eyes. She's gonna look into yours. You're gonna focus on the left, okay? So why don't you guys both just get tuned in to the left eye of your partner. So the reason why we do this is because in Tantra, the left is the feminine and the right is the masculine. So when you're connecting to your partner's left side, you're connecting to their heart and their emotional body. So just keeping your eye directed towards her left. She's keeping her eye directed towards your left eye. And I'm going to guide you for a minute or two. And I'm just going to take you through paying attention to your thoughts and your feelings, your emotions. And then after that, I'm going to be silent and leave you just gazing at each other. Now, I'll say it again. It's totally normal if this feels uncomfortable. We're not used to doing it. And if that is happening, it's totally okay. All right? Okay, so you can begin by just connecting with your breath. And relax on the exhales. That's good. Now as you continue gazing into your partner's eyes, just becoming aware of any thoughts. Just noticing if your mind is busy or if your mind is still. As you continue breathing, just letting go deeper into the body. And if there's any thoughts, just allowing them. You can breathe into any thoughts that you're having, just letting the breath expand this present moment, creating more space for this connection. And now as you continue relaxing into your breath, just noticing what you're feeling, any emotions. Maybe you're feeling nervous or excited. Maybe you're feeling love. Whatever you're feeling, just breathing in to everything that's alive in you. And relaxing on the exhale, letting it all go. And now as you continue breathing, just becoming aware of your body. Noticing how your body feels right now. Maybe you feel tense or open. Maybe there's pain or pleasure or numbness. Just breathing into everything you're sensing. And relaxing on the exhales. And for the next few minutes, we're just going to stay here, coming back to the breath. Take a minute and share with them how that was.
It was so overwhelming, but relaxing at the same time. You know what I mean? Like, it's such a unique experience. Like,
But truly, I was just in the moment. I was completely, maybe not taking the deep breath, but I could feel the breaths, and I could just like, I was just like, enjoying the process, that new, everything new, right?
Yeah.
So seeing something new or experiencing something new, you just feel like, yes, just leave in there, just experience that. So that was my thing.
So like for partners, this is so amazing because so many times when we're interacting, it's like cerebral,
yeah,
right? And so we can spend so much time together but still feel so disconnected. Or people can spend so much time out in the world with others but feel so alone and so isolated because we don't always have this quality of presence and connection. And people need it so badly.
Yeah.
They are,
That's true.
yeah, it's like finding a drink of water in the desert for a lot of people. And we just something we haven't been taught.
Yeah.
And I think now with social media and like phones and technology, it's become worse.
Yeah.
Like even more disconnected, right? Even if we can be connected all day, every day through
Yeah.
texting and all this, but we're not really connected, not energetically, not emotionally.
Yes.
And so those needs don't get met. So this tends to feel really nourishing. So yeah, it's wonderful for trust and bonding and intimacy and yeah. Right?
Yeah.
So what you're going to do is you are going to have your right hand over her left hand, her right hand over your left hand. Okay?
Okay.
So you're going to continue looking into each other's eyes.
Left side?
Yeah,
On this side?
yeah, no, gaze into the left.
Okay.
And so what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be sensing the energy in between. So we talked about the energy body before. So in this exercise, we're going to see if we can feel into it a bit. So just begin again with that connection with your breath. Super important here. Your breath helps to keep your energy flowing. So the more you're breathing, the more your energy body is going to be strengthened. That's good for this exercise. Relaxing on the exhales. And as you continue breathing and relaxing, gazing into your partner's eye, just becoming aware of your internal space. Tuning in. And beginning to shift some of your awareness to the area of your hands. And beginning to notice any subtle sensations in the area of the hands. And you might notice a tingling, a gentle pressure, heat, coolness, something different or nothing at all. Just becoming aware. Relaxing on the exhales. And you can bring your hands just a tiny bit closer, not touching yet. Just hovering a little closer. That's good. And breathing in and relaxing and noticing subtle sensations in the area of the hands. And just bringing them as close as they can go, about an inch apart. And relaxing on the exhales. And now you can bring your hands right together. And you can stay like that if that's comfortable and share how that was for you.
Yeah.
Just feel something is pulling.
There was a
in
pull.
Something or tingly, like you said. Actually, it was tingling, and it's like some kind of a magnet.
Yeah.
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 That's how I felt.
That's why I say about the magnetic field, right?
Yeah.
Because we do have those polarities, right?
Yeah.
Another unique
Experience, yes.
Yeah, that one's a good one just for piquing curiosity, right? About the space in between. And sometimes I like to say to people, you know, we experience this much of what's possible with intimacy and sexuality, and there's just so much, right? And people get so limited in what they explore. And when you start to understand about the energetics and the space between, you're like, wow, that feels really interesting. And so people can get to a point where they're getting more into the energy flow and moving it through the body. And that's where you'll have people talking about, oh, I had like this full body orgasmic experience, right? And they're experiencing it a whole different way where it's moving throughout their whole being, or it's lasting. The effects are lasting for like weeks. People can have these incredible experiences and they're replenished by this energy. So that's what's possible for all of us. And it's just these simple little things, and we just learn to do them, and then we access what is there and available to all of us, right? So yeah, it's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Love it.
Awesome. Okay, so Last couples exercise, this is called Yab Yam. So that's Tibetan words that translate to mean mother father. So it's like the unification of the masculine and the feminine, right? So this is a variation on the traditional way of doing it. And I like to call it a holding meditation. Okay? So it's like you're going to be hugging basically. All right, but all these chakras that we talked about are going to be lined up, and there's some spiritual benefits with being connected like that. But the other big thing about this is really learning how to have a meditative approach to touch and how to really experience it fully and deeply on all levels, right? So you're experiencing it mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. And you're going to be heart to heart, cheek to cheek. Okay? Okay, perfect. Now, just like before, I'm going to guide you a little bit, okay? And then I'm going to drop off into silence. So you can begin by closing your eyes, connecting with your breath, relax into the body, just letting go. That's good. And as you continue relaxing and connecting with your breath, just giving yourself permission to be here exactly as you are in this moment. And you can begin to notice any thoughts that are moving through your mind. Just becoming aware of the thoughts. You don't need to change them or push them away. Just breathing into any thoughts. Creating space with the breath. Relaxing on the exhale. The breath is key. The breath is the gateway, right?
Yes.
That's why we always come back to the breath over and over. You'll hear me so many times. And relax. If you relax on the exhale and exhale fully, you'll naturally inhale more deeply. So I usually put the focus there with people because they can get worried, like, am I doing it right? Am I doing it properly? Just relax. And then this exercise is also really good for polarity. So traditionally it would be the man is holding the woman and her energy is flowing and he's feeling it through his body. And so when the woman is really held, the way that like the woman wraps around the man and the man's holding the woman, it allows women to feel contained. And the feminine needs to feel safe in order to open. So this exercise is very magic for that. Like it's so cool because within just one time with a lot of couples, you see this amazing shift, right? And then they practice it, and then all kinds of healing happens. It's so great.
Yeah.
So simple.
So
It's so
simple.
great.
You think people can do this even in their homes,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Like this couples and partners, they can do this to rejuvenate their not just sexual lives, yes, of course, sexual life, but also their emotional well-being, individual levels, and also on a level where they're partners, where they're sharing bodies, they're sharing their thoughts, they're sharing their minds and emotions with each other. I think this is a great exercise because you can see that transfer of energy, but you also see a certain calmness with it that comes with it, right?
Yeah.
And it's simple, and it's something that you can do sitting on the bed or anywhere in your house. And I think even something as simple as 5 to 10 minutes would also do a great
It
job.
does, yeah. And so when we're connecting, we're releasing oxytocin. When we're feeling really connected and secure, we release oxytocin, and it's a bonding hormone. And so if we're just having like hot and heavy sex, that's fun. We've got sex hormones and you've got dopamine happening, but those are not going to have the same long-lasting effect for well-being. And that's where people really feel, wow, I feel so replenished. I feel so connected. Like there's an actual scientific component to it too, of why it works.
Yeah.
So it's really cool.
Maybe for couples, whenever you're having a fight.
Yes! Oh my gosh, do that first.
Yes.
Oh my gosh,
Wow.
yes. If you do that first, then it changes everything, right? Then have the conversation. I
But
know
then-
it might be hard, but like try it.
Yeah. But then I guess for like couples, if you just had a fight, like I think both the partners should be on the same page to be willing to do this.
Yeah, you can't force it.
Yeah.
But if you understand why it would be helpful to do it, then even sitting and doing the eye gazing, right? Because the thing is, when we're coming from that place of reactivity, we're usually coming from fight or flight.
Yeah.
So we're coming from a place of stress and we're not activating our entire brain, and our nervous system is dysregulated. So if you regulate first, and you can co-regulate by doing this eye gazing, and your nervous system can come down and your thoughts change. So then all of a sudden you might open up to realize there's something else that needs to be discussed. Maybe you're on the tip of the iceberg, right? And you need to hit something that's below the surface, and you access that and you go, wow, I was so mad about this one thing, but you know what? I think it's really about this. That is the shift that can happen. And then you really can address the root of things,
Yeah.
right? From a place of togetherness. It's so important.
Yeah.
And it's so sad seeing so many struggles and so many breakups in the world right now because people don't have these simple tools, right? When most people usually want to work it out, they just can't figure out how.
Yeah.
So, yeah, regulate, communicate, connect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So
Okay.
this is yet another interesting segment of the video. This is called as pleasure mapping.
We're going to talk about pleasure mapping, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Interesting. So let's get straight into it.
So this is the body worship game. It's a card game for couples, and we're going to use this today to explore some pleasure mapping.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yes. So pleasure mapping has to do with accessing more of your pleasure potential. It's like I was saying earlier, sometimes we only access this much, and people don't really know how to slow down, they don't really know how to open the body, and they don't explore it holistically. So this is a game to help to keep it fun. People can get a little overwhelmed, like, oh, we're gonna try Tantra, oh my goodness. So this makes it more fun, okay? That it's just like, yeah, it's like a game, and we can have fun exploring it with each other.
Yeah.
So I'm going to just put the cards out here for you guys to kind of start looking at.
Yeah.
And then you guys can get an idea of what it's all about, and then
Okay.
from there we can pick some cards, okay?
Okay,
All right.
Can we start?
Yeah.
Pick it
Yeah,
up?
like why don't both of you guys like pick one card, like feel which one you're
Together,
kind
we
of
just
feel which
pick.
one you're drawn to, and
Okay.
we'll just see.
Okay. Whoa! I mean, it's attractive.
What is it?
The purpose of this game is to get to know different parts of your partner's body and to see what the highest pleasure potential you can reach at each part of the body. But like,
Oh.
I'll show you, there's even some that's like, oh, that's another. So we've got neck as well, right? So we have quite a range of body parts, and with all of them, there's different things to know even about the energy there. Okay?
Okay.
So it's going to go into more than just go touch this part of your partner, and it's really learning how to really slow down and actually get feedback from your partner as well. So that's what we're going to be learning how to do. So we separate the pleasure mapping card and we keep that somewhere else. So here's our pleasure mapping card. It's going to guide us through some questions we can use to pleasure map. So the area of touch, we're going to have the partner rate 1 to 10 as you touch different parts. So say it's the arm, right? We're going to focus on different parts of the arm. Maybe it's like the top of the arm, the bottom of the arm, and they're going to say from 1 to 10 what feels best. Then type of touch you'll go through. So you might try grazing. This is really like helps to awaken the senses. You can do grounding squeezes like this. We can have oil and do really sensual sliding. There's so many different types of touch. And the pressure of touch, so how firm, and then the speed. Right? So you're fine tuning at different parts of the body and discovering.
Okay.
Right? So that's the pleasure mapping piece of it.
There we go.
Nice. Ooh, neck is nice. Okay. What are you thinking? Yeah. What did you get? Scalp.
Oh.
Nice. No, I love that one. Yeah.
Yeah, I love this.
Yeah, the scalp is a
Scalp.
good one.
So fun. Back.
Oh.
Yes, exactly what you.
Okay, so I'll read a little bit of it. The neck is highly sensitive and can be an amazing erogenous zone. Try gentle kisses, bites, and gently sucking on it. Try grazing and sensitizing the neck with your fingers or a feather. Try massaging from the shoulders up to the scalp. Be gentle and apply deeper pressure while asking for feedback. These muscles are sensitive. The brainstem is connected with our instinctual drive, our primal side. Massaging where the spine meets the head can unlock some of this and release stress and life force energy. To open up energy in this area, invite your partner to take a deep breath in and sigh, ah, on the exhale. Try this 3 times together. Because we're doing not the romantic version, I'm not going to be kissing and sucking Cher's neck today. But I will work with the releasing the tension at the brainstem, and I'm going to try some grazing touches and some pleasure mapping on it after as well. But we're going to start off with me just giving her a bit of massage. I'm going to ground my energy. I'm going to just really connect with the floor where my feet are connecting to the earth. I'm going to center in my breath, and I'm going to tune into my intention to offer healing and love and nourishing touch to Sherry. Are you okay if there's oil on your shirt? Okay, that's fine. All right, I'll just put these hairs in.
Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I really hope you liked it. I really hope you even tried this with your partner. If you did, please let me know in the comments. What did you guys think? How did you guys feel? Don't forget to hit that like, share and subscribe button. And yes, thank you so much for showing all the love, and see you guys next time.